Marker win to start the season. How do you look back on today's game?
Well, it's always difficult when you go up against a side from any division, but from a low division that's got in designs on trying to beat you and trying to get through. And at this stage of the season, those results happen more often. But I was pleased with our commitment. I think the first part of the game, they made it difficult, and the pitch is dry and all of those things. We make excuses for that. It's the same for both teams. But as the pitch dried out, they made it really tough for us to try and move the ball. We'll work on that because the ways out of it, we showed that we could do that later on. But tactical positioning and makes it a little bit better, a little bit easier for us. The save, the double save from Victor from Fondop was fundamentally kept us in a really decent spot for the game, to be fair. So that was massively important, hugely important in moments in a game. The big players come up with big saves, big shots, big goals, big moments, and that was one of those. Obviously, we've had our chances in the first half as well. Failed to take those. Their goalkeeper made some good saves as well. But we kept trying to probe. We had some good runs off the back of their defence. We had some decent ball play there, but we also had some wasteful moments as well. And it came when you're trying to run with the ball on a really sticky surface. is very difficult to do when you're under pressure, because they work really hard to put you under pressure. To alleviate that, you've got to either play around them or play over them or play through them. It's difficult to play through when they're blocking that middle off. We defended the middle pretty well. For us, we had to keep going. The fact that we had plenty of opportunities from corners and we looked quite dangerous from that set, from set plays in general, and then to get one that came off their defender's face and into the top corner. That's 2 in 2 games, to be fair. The delivery was absolutely incredible. The movement was really good, which made it impossible for the defender to react, and he just had to turn his head and it went in off the side of his face. But that was the moment that just gave us that little bit of a foothold. They kept coming, but we kept having plenty of the ball to try and go and break them down, and thankfully we had made the changes. It looked a little bit fresher than at that point, because Gally had done great. Million in that 10 had tried his best to make something happen, but was frustrated because of their positioning. Lamine kept moving, Bozzy coming on, John Ho coming on, and then Jibril coming on as well made a difference, because the energy changed, and then we've got players running off the back again who want to run off the back, but also John Ho had some space in there, so the combinations between him and Bozzy were particularly good. And then you get into a position where Bozzy gets off the back of their defence and really will be disappointed not to score the first one, but because he's been in that position and then he's finished his second one, it was more impressive for me, because that one was the harder chance and he's just missed a chance, and there's more time to look at it. So fantastic finish, and it just put the game to bed for us. They kept going right to the end, and I think Mickey will be really pleased with the efforts of his team as well, and thankfully clean sheet, 2 goals through to the next round.
You mentioned earlier that's 2 goals in 2 games from set pieces. How much work goes into them?
We're busy. We've been busy all summer. I said we would be, and there's still a long way to go. Players have been brilliant. That's not just the lads that started, the lads that are trying to force their way in. They've been good as well, and you need that. But we work hard on every aspect of the game, and there's still a long way to go.
How important was it to get the number of minutes into Ethan Galbraith that you did today?
Well, when you've got players that have had a little bit of time out, and it's hugely important to try and get them all up to speed. At the same point, it's difficult to do, but we're not in a bad place in terms of the numbers. So pleasingly, we've got to that point where we've got through. We're into the next round, and then we've got the league season starting here next week.
How do you assess where we are going into that game against Swansea next weekend?
Well, we're in decent spirits. The momentum was important to take into this game, and we look forward to the league campaign starting next week.